Welcome to another episode of Rupee Saga, where we break down the latest financial news and trends. I'm your host, and today we'll be discussing the Indian rupee's performance as it hovers near its all-time low. On Friday, the Indian rupee is expected to open near its record low of 83.7450, a level it reached on Wednesday. Despite a drop in US bond yields, the rupee has struggled, primarily due to equity-related outflows and a consistent bias towards depreciation over the past 2 weeks. US Federal Reserve's chairman, Jerome Powell, emphasized that the Fed is still not entirely confident that inflation is under control and might hold off on cutting rates depending on upcoming data. One major critique of the Fed's approach is their commitment to data dependency. This term implies they react based on current data rather than proactively making decisions. While some economic indicators suggest that inflation might cool down, the Fed prefers to wait for more concrete evidence before making any moves. A foreign exchange trader at a state-run bank noted that the rupee seems to be on a steady downward path. The demand for dollars within India is strong, which limits the rupee's potential gains. However, the Reserve Bank of India (RBI) has been actively intervening to prevent sharp declines, maintaining stability in the market. MUFG Bank echoed this sentiment, predicting continued intervention by the RBI to keep foreign exchange volatility at historic lows. Investors are closely watching for the US jobs report due later today, along with statements from Federal Reserve policymakers. This data could have significant implications for global markets, including the Indian rupee. In the US, recent data showed a decline in manufacturing activity to an 8-month low in July, driven by a drop in new orders. Additionally, the number of Americans filing new applications for unemployment benefits rose to an 11-month high last week. Economists at Wells Fargo highlighted that the manufacturing sector has been struggling for 2 years, with activity levels now comparable to the early days of the pandemic. They also pointed out that this downturn hasn't resulted in lower prices, adding to the economic gloom. Chris Weston, head of research at Pepperstone, emphasized that all eyes are now on the US non-farm payrolls report. Asia-based equity traders are particularly wary, as they'll need to navigate potential risks when US markets open, which could impact Monday's trading session. That's it for today's episode of the Rupee Saga. Stay tuned for more updates on global financial trends. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.